Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, being joined tonight by Mr. Elite himself, the one, the only, the man they call Derek.
Yo.
We are here to give you guys an AEW Dynamite review for August 28th, 2024. We have a lot to discuss concerning All Out, kind of what happened on this show. I'm interested to hear what other people thought. There's some good, there's some bad in all of this, so interesting. With that being said, we're going to hit our intro, and then we are going to get into this episode. Let's get it.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
Yo. All right. What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's doing well. We had a fantastic all-in stream. I thought that it went very well.
Yes, sir.
What's going on with you, Derek, man? How's everything in the land of Derek?
Same old. Just shucking and jiving, moving along.
Would you say things are well?
Yes.
Well, listen, we got to get Derek anytime we can. Anytime we can. Cool, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this show. We'll go through all of it. Let's get to the shout outs and let's just jump right into this show tonight. E said solid show with an ass ending. Matt Lopez says hello. Good evening. Hope you all had a good Wednesday. I had a busy Wednesday. Very, very busy, man.
Same here.
Glad Punk got out. Nobody want to see that mess. E's funny. Solid show. Very good build to All Out. It's shaping up nicely. The World Championship match. Not the World Championship match I wanted, but still good. I hear it. Gabe says, was Dynamite any good? Missed it due to work. Stick around and I'll let you decide. I'll say check it out. If you're interested in All Out and everything else, check it out. They got a 2-week build that they got to try to do a quick turnaround on. BJ, what's good? He said this world title match better lead somewhere. Let me know where you're thinking it should lead, Beej. Let me know. Gabe hitting the thumbs up. Appreciate you. Oh, that was for we were a little late tonight, but that was my fault. Matt said he legit thought Nigel would show up. We'll get into all of this. Clown said, whose company is it? Good question.
Very good question.
Always a good question. Interesting Dynamite from what I saw. Story progression. Yeah, anyone who talks about that, where's the story? You gotta shut up tonight.
It's there.
It's a rat rizzy for you tonight. E says, hey, yo. Well, appreciate it. Jesus De Leon. He says, sup, Kyra and Derek. Jack Perry versus Bryan Danielson at All Out is going to be fire. A lot of promos tonight, Conrad. Yes, there were. John G, the king of R&B, said, hey, Conrad and Derek. What's good, John?
What up, John?
Yeah, we're going to get into that too, Jesus. We're going to get into that. Punk needs to come get his scapegoat, Deanna said. Come on, y'all. Be on your best behavior.
The best of the best.
Don't forget, we still got the AEW double pack for those who got it. You should know that you're getting All Out. I assume that there's going to be some type of way for people to get it on Triller. I don't know. I haven't looked to see if there's a solo version available. If, maybe someone purchased one that wants to get the other one later. I don't know. But they still have that double pack up if anyone's interested. Or if you missed All In, go back and check it out. You can get 2, and it's probably a discounted price still.
Absolutely.
I would recommend it. On the what's coming up in AEW train here, we've got Grand Slam still happening in New York this year. It is going to be in a month, September 25th, Arthur Ashe Stadium. Pre-sale has already started. But get yourself some tickets, man, if you're interested. Because people are probably going to be complaining, why are they moving all the shows out? Grand Slam Australia is already happening, folks. Maybe you guys got it in the States. If you want them shows, you got to show up.
Yeah.
Got to show up. Got to get them tickets. Australia's ready, man. So February 15th, 2025, Suncorp Stadium. We are getting a Grand Slam show. Like to see the people of Australia show up to that. Show out, man. Glad they're getting some AEW action.
Right. Honestly, I feel like this is the way that you need to go. It has to go this way, because if you continuously go to the same spots all the time, it's going to get redundant. It's going to be too repeatable, and you're going to have a lot of people just saying like, "Hey,
repetitive."
Yeah. Did I say repeatable?
Yeah.
Yes, repetitive. Excuse me. Yeah, it's just gonna get to that point where people are just like, all right, well, this isn't fair. All the same same cities keep getting the same shows, and we get nothing. So I think moving around is the best way to go. You have to if you want to increase your popularity, your crowd, your attendance.
Yeah, they've also got Forbidden Door coming up here August 24th, 2025. So London is getting Forbidden Door, and then All Out is coming back in 2026 to Wembley Arena. And yes, Wrestle Dream happening in Seattle at the Tacoma Dome, or in the Seattle area at the Tacoma Dome. Yeah, I recommend checking it out. Jesse in the chat, Pro Wrestling Shoots, excited. Danielson and Wrestle Dream confirmed. Absolutely, man. It's all good. Deanna said, I am behaving. Got to keep our eye on you. Matt Lopez says All Out card on paper looks better than last year so far. I felt like last year's All Out, and I'm in the rarity here, I felt that last year's All Out was overrated. I think a lot of people were giving it all those good ratings and stuff because they were, I'm going to admit, I'm going to say it, they were coping with Punk being gone.
Yeah.
I still see it, bro. In the past week, do you know how many AEW Punk posts I've seen? I don't understand what these influencers and people on social media, what do you think you're getting out of this? Oh, cool. I got a couple hundred likes out of it. Like, I don't understand you putting up posts to make fun of Punk. Like, it's over, bro.
Yeah, let it rock and let it die. Just keep moving forward. Keep doing you. Keep getting paid. Keep putting on the shows. Keep doing whatever you're doing. But let that part of it go.
Right. BJ, interesting, bringing up, are they quietly dissolving BCC? We're going to get into that. We have a real good Grand Slam, is the Aussie event, even in a tennis stadium. I believe it's a soccer stadium.
Yes.
If I've heard correctly.
No.
Suncorp.
No, rugby, I think.
Rugby.
Yes.
Soccer, football, rugby.
I'm pretty sure it's rugby.
We'll let Derek Google it. Let him earn his check this week. Clown said just what the left coast need, a 3 a.m. pay-per-view. Love it.
Yeah, rugby.
Rob said engagement. Yeah, it's lame engagement in my opinion. I don't know. Some of it's just like what are you chasing, bro? How much is that Twitter check? Is it really worth it?
Right, yeah.
Mox is wanting Darby. Yeah. BJ took back the 24/7 championship in the chat, y'all. You know what you got to put if you want to be the champ. 5 years. AEW's only been to I don't know what that's supposed to be. What's Dago has been to? Is that a area? Are you trying to say Dayton, Ohio? Maybe. What are you trying to say there, Clown? Once. No love for the West Coast. They've been to the West Coast a few times though. They've mixed it up. Haven't they been in Utah and Colorado? I think they've been to a few places.
Yeah, I want to say Colorado. I think maybe once for Utah.
Yeah. BJ said AEW versus Punk is the new Montreal screw job, except we have social media now. The hashtag the worst timeline. Absolutely. He said San Diego is what he was putting there. Oh, okay. I didn't know that's what they call it. Yeah, San Diego. I mean, yeah, they could probably get closer there. They do the Forum every year. I don't know how close everything is. I don't know the closest show in San Diego, but it was there. We had a tremendous all-in, though. I can't really complain too much about what we've got here, and this is kind of the basis. This is the fallout for this show. If you guys wanted to, you can go back and check out our review. I'm sure I'll put it somewhere up here around this time frame, if I can remember that, around the 12-minute mark here, and you guys will be able to click on that and check it out.
Yes, sir.
Had a lot going on here for Dynamite tonight, but this was our rundown for everything that was going to be happening. We kicked things off with Jon Moxley, Derek. Moxley came out and he's here. Tony Schiavone was out in the ring. He called out Darby Allin and kind of mentioned, like, this isn't your company anymore. Moxley was weird, but intriguing at the same time.
Yeah. Well, first off, welcome back. Welcome back.
No Wild thing. He came out with the New Japan music.
Yes. I actually appreciate the music that he had. It's new and refreshing. It's different. But yeah, welcome back. Happy to see you back. This whole segment though, it was kind of weird because I didn't feel I didn't feel connected to this like I should have been.
I felt it was weird, but interesting at the same time, if that makes any type of sense, what I'm saying. Yeah, that's the best way I could put it. Like, it was interesting, but also felt off, but we don't know where this is going yet.
Right. I definitely feel like I need maybe a little bit more direction going through, but that's just me.
Yeah. Tokyo, what's good, man? Appreciate you joining us. E said also, yes, Clash of the Podcast live every Monday at 6:05 Eastern Standard Time. Me and Hubs kind of did a quick summary review of it. I was hoping to have graphics up here, but StreamYard was down. I'm actually using StreamYard in a different thing. If you're wondering why, like, Derek's fuzzy right here, I'm in a different browser than I normally am. So yeah, and I'm not gonna start messing with it. I don't feel like tweaking with it right now.
Nah.
Appreciate you, E, for putting that link up in it too. Matt Lopez says, I'm intrigued by the new direction with Mox and by what it means. This is not your company. Interesting. What does he mean by that? I don't know where to take it. I see some people speculating maybe it's Shane McMahon.
Maybe, but I don't know how much weight that could hold. Because there's really nothing there stating like Shane is there. You know what I mean?
We don't know yet.
Right.
And we'll get into, I guess, what happened later. We'll go break back down into this because there's another segment with Moxley later on in the show. And I want to take the time out here real quick for Deanna. Deanna put, I'm asking for prayers. We made my mom hospice today, so prayers to you and your family. I know that's never an easy process, so much love, Deanna.
Yes.
And shout out to the great community. I know everyone will hold you down on Insider's side, our side. Much love. Let me see here. I know where it's going. Here comes the money, Tokyo says. See, there are a lot of people speculating Shane O'Mac. AEW Underground, someone said. Could be. He was talking to Tony Khan because Tony Schiavone always has him in his ear, Rob says. That is true. That is true. Let's get back. So then we get to another backstage promo. The Conglomeration and Hook. They're backstage. Willow's back there with them. Willow has picked her match for their CMLL title match that's happening at All Out. It is a Chicago street fight. She says she has the most wins in street fights, so she is ready to do this. Willow Nightingale, Chris Statlander. Let's go.
I'm all for it. I definitely feel like this may be a match that Willow loses.
I don't know. I don't know if they'll do it. I don't think so. I feel like Willow will get the dub here. Willow's kind of been on the short end of the stick of this feud.
Well, yeah, no, like I definitely want her to win, but I don't know. You know how that how you jinx yourself and you say like, I've never lost this match or this is my match, and it's like, don't say that too prematurely now.
Here he goes.
Just saying.
Here he goes. We'll see what happens with it. I think it's going to be quite the bout between all of them. So that should be good. Conglomeration cuts one of their usual promos. Then we go right into the in-ring action. Tomohiro Ishii versus Hangman Adam Page. This one, could we argue match of the night? I mean,
you know what? I don't think I could dispute that. I think this was actually good for me.
As a Hangman hater?
Yes. Yes. I'll give Hangman his props tonight. Tonight was a good showing for him. But yeah, I don't know. Like I was really feeling this one. This one I was really feeling. This one I could clearly in my own mindset could say this would be a match of the night.
Yeah, I like this one. Like I said, I think it's arguable between this match and the Ricochet Kyle Fletcher match. If we're going to talk about like what was the best match on this card,
right.
Just wow, man. Hard hitting match, very New Japan-esque. Really good, man. Somebody put a good comment about how are you going to buckshot lariat a man with no neck. Speaking of funny stuff on Twitter, I forgot to mention this. I wanted to mention it with the Willow stuff. Stokely got in trouble today. He put up a tweet saying, y'all notice Bryan Danielson got been real quiet since I made my in-ring return. And then he said he showed a picture of himself getting fined. And it said, for $31,000, these are all your total fines of the year. Here's your most recent tweet about our world champion. It was a random number. Stokely is the funniest follow on Twitter, bro.
Yeah, Stokely will have you laughing constantly. Whether you're having a good day, bad day, he will make you laugh. He will make you laugh, and I appreciate Stokely. His character is gold.
Right. And I appreciate Rob, everyone sending positive vibes. John G, BJ, Clown. Everybody's sending positive vibes to Deanna, man. Thank you so much for that, man. Appreciate the community. T-Ferg in here as well, showing love. What up, T-Ferg? What is goody? Yeah, Paige gets the win with the buckshot lariat. Immediately following up from that, though, you think like, life is good. Nah, bro. The man who recently signed a new AEW contract, Swerve Strickland, in the building, says he's going to be locked down until about 2028. I don't know what the options are on that, but sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Swerve Strickland comes out and he lets Hangman know all the business. He said, man, you always, Hangman said you were never meant to be the world champion. You've never been good enough to beat me on your own. You've always needed help. The first time it was Nana. The second time it was Brian Cage and Nana. And he's like, you just can't beat me on your own. And Swerve lets him know, I whooped your ass in all those matches. And he basically puts him down and lets him know, I don't need anyone to beat you.
Yeah. And
he was like, you want them out? We can keep them out, but let's keep us in. And locked in. So that means a steel cage match for All Out. Now listen, I know we've already spoiled the end with what Danielson's doing with his world title match, and we'll get to that at the end and give our thoughts, but this better be the main event, I think, of the show.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
This is a blood feud that has something behind it.
Something. And this is perfect. Like there's no way that you can't not put it there. It has to be there. I think it just has that energy, that aura to be the main event. And I think it deserves that.
I agree. This is another one of those shows where it's like, you know what? World champion don't need to be in the main event tonight.
No.
Sorry to say it. Save that for Wrestle Dream.
Yes.
I hope Jesse agrees with that because he'll be at that show. But Clown Says Mark Briscoe is a national treasure. Orange eating Hook's chips was amazing. What match doesn't CML clear? That she just said CML doesn't want anything to do with it. They don't want to sanction it. So it's on AEW's terms, but it's for that championship. I like it. That match was a banger, fun match. Ishii still on old man excursion. Ishii can stay as long as he wants, brother. I love me some Ishii.
Man, listen.
Yes, he spoiled Adam Page's baby announcement. I like it. Agree. Swerve versus Hangman should be the main. Matt Lopez says. Jesse, Pro Wrestler Shoot. I dare say, besides Punk and MJF, this is the best feud I've seen in AEW. I love me some Hangman versus Swerve. I agree. I like this feud a lot.
Honestly, yeah, I could agree with that.
And this is coming from fellow Hangman haters.
Yes.
Like we are not. Yes. We are more CM Punk guys than most people would expect. But
no, this is really good. This is good for him.
Well, I sent you the list the other day, and I swear one day it's got to be like me, you, Jesse, and like Sean, or a group of us have to get on here, and we have to like rank the best AEW matches and feuds because I'm tired of seeing these lists. You're not getting the full story from some of these lists. I'm not seeing enough Cody matches, Punk matches on there, and I don't care what anybody says. They've got matches that are like top 10 AEW matches.
That they do.
It hurts. It hurts. Appreciate you dropping that link again. Hubs, bless us up, brother Conrad, my guy Derek,
my guy Hubs.
First minutes out of bed since Monday. Fever has broken. Eating solid food again. Just wanted to show y'all some love to my road to recovery.
There you go.
He should be recovered by tomorrow night because we're going on to his channel, Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. We will be over there talking a little bash in Berlin. That's happening this weekend. So make sure you guys are in the building and checking it out. I just dropped the link in the live chat. Thank you, Hubs, for popping in, man. I appreciate that, man. That's real love. Going back to this, let's focus back in on this card. Our next matchup, Jamie Hayter is back versus Harley Cameron. Harley Cameron, I want to say this about Harley Cameron. She has been pretty impressive in the ring since she's hooked up with Saraya, and she's been getting some more match time lately.
Oh, yeah. I want to say the attention to detail of what she needs to do and how she needs to execute it has been very spot on. Very spot on.
Yeah, she had one hiccup in this match. I don't care about it.
No, it's fine. It's not enough to derail anything. Jamie
Hayter is back, though. That is key. I cannot wait for Jamie Hayter to get back into that championship mix. It looks like they're going slowly with this. I feel like they have stopped all of that. What's the word I'm looking for here? Interim champion stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that's what's best. That's how long Jamie Hayter's been out, for the record, people. Wow. Interim champions, all that. I think it's been 12 to 15 months she's been out. And yeah, this is going to be good. And her first feud back is with Saraya. So she gets the win here with the Haterade. Beautiful lariat once again. Big W. Jamie Hayter, Saraya. I don't know when this match is going to happen. Might be a big match on Dynamite or Collision even, but it works for me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. These are two women that you would like to see go at it. And just having Jamie Hayter back is a breath of fresh air, because then that makes the women's division one person better. You know what I mean? Like that's one more person that's helping the division get better.
Right. Clown asking Hubs if he's doing better. Sounds like he's on the road to recovery, brother. Deanna said Cody versus Mr. Brody Lee. Yes, that was another great match that I don't see people talk about enough. Cray, what up, everyone? What's good, Cray? Appreciate you. John G sending the love to Hubs as well. Rob sending the love to Hubs as well. Let's see here. Jamie Hayter be knocking blocks off with that Haterade. A real last kicker. Yeah, it's a good day to be Hayter.
Right.
For real. Moving on. We get highlights of MJF and Will Ospreay's match at All In, Derek. It was a thing of beauty. MJF. I'll talk about how he came out in a second. Highlights of what happened with Daniel Garcia. Yo, McKinney Derek, Rob, and several others saw this post that I sent that had 70 likes. This is that bullshit that I talk about on the weekly basis that I have to deal with.
Yeah.
Why is it? And I had someone who I know, XG Dub, I'm looking at you, who I know that had the nerve to argue what was the storyline with MJF and Will Ospreay. And I actually wrote 3 paragraphs breaking down how it happened. And I said, and I was at the show where they like started to build this up.
Right.
Cut it out, dude.
Yeah.
Stop making up this stuff, bro. Like, oh, what was the backstory behind this? There was tons of backstory. This originally was MJF and Daniel Garcia is too not big enough for All In. Remember that? Remember those conversations? Sick of it.
Big time. Big time.
Just letting people know. MJF comes out with the what's that tape called? I know it's Kisneology.
Yeah.
He comes out with the tape all in his neck. That Tiger Driver did a number on him. He is denouncing his citizenship of the US. He denounces these fans. He promises, I want you guys to put this. So this is one of those pieces where it's like a letter kind of. I'm going to fold this up. I'm going to tell you, I want you to put this in the back of your mind and remember this for later. He basically tells him that he's going to cut Will Ospreay's legs from underneath him when he's going to finally be in that world title picture.
Yep.
Remember that. Maybe 6 months from now, it may be a year from now, maybe 2 years from now. Remember this conversation.
Yep.
They left that nugget out there for a reason. I know people are like, oh, AEW doesn't do long-term storytelling. They just left you a breadcrumb trail to go back to.
Yes, they definitely do tell storylines. You just have to be willing to watch and pay attention to it. They have storylines. Stop with the false narrative to the fact that they don't, because the fact is they do.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this little promo battle here. So they come out and Garcia eventually MJF like turns his attention to him in the promo. Garcia comes through the crowd, starts whooping on him. This is the same Daniel Garcia that Derek was talking about. It's kind of the version we used to see on the indies here in Buffalo, Red Death. Like he is coming out there and he is putting a beat down on him. He attempts to do a pile driver off the top rope. He put MJF to sleep with like a regular a front face lock technically.
Yeah.
Those happen around this time of the season.
That they do.
Ask Jackie Boy about that. They put the front face lock on. MJF goes limp. He's about to try to pile drive him. Here come all these officials. Where were these officials when Daniel Garcia was getting tombstone? Good question. I asked the same question. MJF finds a way then to attack him. Daniel Garcia gets on the mic, and MJF's noted that his Dynamite diamond ring was stolen, and he said he couldn't find it, and he blamed that lawless country, England, for it. But it turns out Daniel Garcia said, yeah, your Dynamite diamond ring, I pawned it in a shop in Buffalo, and that's how I got it back. And
Buffalo.
I'm guessing it was on Bailey Avenue.
Mostly.
They ended up doing that. And what happened was he said that that's how he got to London. So MJF is heated. Everybody stops him. Garcia starts running randomly. Like Derek feared for people's lives during this run in this chase. It was very well done. It made me want to see this match. So I think at All Out, we're getting MJF, Daniel Garcia.
Yes. So first off, let me address Daniel Garcia. This is the best that I have seen him in a very long time. And this is the type of energy and the character that is building that I need all of the time. Like it was okay.
No dancing for you.
Yeah,
not tonight, right? He could be out there.
Yeah, no, tonight was I gotta handle business, but even then. When he doesn't have to handle business like that, even if he's just cutting a promo or even if he wrestles in a match, I want him to do it, but then it's kind of like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, or it could just be a taunt that he uses later on. Like, I'm styling on you in the middle of a match or something.
Right.
pay homage to what he did. I think Garcia is ready to be elevated. And like I said, if Garcia is going to leave, it's not confirmed he signed a contract yet. So maybe AEW's like, well, we've got him until X date. Let's use him. Right. That's fine. But if not, I said Garcia and Yuta are your future. Like I've been telling people that they are your Eddie Guerrero, your Perry Saturns. Like they have the talent to be in the main event.
They do. And it's a beautiful thing to see because when you have that many people that could be in the main event, it makes the product so much better.
Yeah. Clown says, shouldn't Ospreay feel guilty and never want to do the hidden blade again after he murdered a cameraman? No. Mark Yeaton deserved all those super kicks, and that cameraman should have moved. He should have moved. No, I love that spot in the match. People who look up barcodes for the Y6, Jesus, like it's Detroit Become Human, never seem to find stories in AEW or know why kids like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. T. Ferg said, I think it will be Daniel Garcia's send-off match. He could be a star if TK pushed him, but I think he's NXT bound. Interesting. Yeah, security was there to help MJF. Where were they when Garcia needed help? Easy E says loved Red Death and how he put MJF in the CM Punk front headlock right out of WrestleMania 19 on the GameCube. BJ said, energy your way too, Hubs. I don't know what got you. If it was said on Monday, I've been down this week. I'm not sure if you could say it now on YouTube. Well, I won't say it just in case you see the C word that's there.
Right.
I think Hub said it on the show, and I didn't see anybody like take down the video and demonetize it. So we're all right.
Yeah, no.
We're all right.
And plus, it's not being used in a certain way where it could be.
Nah, fam. We ain't taking no chance. I forgot to show this thing for Swerve as well, too. I just posted that picture with him looking sweet with the world title.
Yes.
I ain't gonna front. Going back to this, we're now at Derek's favorite, the All-Star 8-Man Tag Extravaganza. We had the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, Big Bill, and Brian Keith teaming with Roderick Strong of the Undisputed Kingdom versus Hook, Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, Mark Briscoe. Every time I see these, I get like Survivor Series vibes where it's just like random bad guys and random good guys hooking up to team up. Once again, I tell you guys this all the time. Once we start getting into too many people being in the match, I don't take notes.
No, I just stop. You can't. Like, anybody who feels like they could take notes and to their best of ability, their 100% thought that they can keep up with the action that's happening. It's just too much. It's just too much.
Right. Hold on. I got to read these guys' comments here. Crazy. I'm a big Garcia fan since he came into AEW when he joined up with Jericho. I hated it. Matt said it's not Ospreay's fault. It's the cameraman's fault. He's being too greedy trying to get a good shot for the website and social media. I know the cameraman shop at Spencer's will knock him out of his clothes. Mae Young would have been proud. She loved it when they laid it in. Chill, chill. BJ says, hi, guys. Yeah. Jericho. Keep Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, and OC away from the Jericho vortex.
Please.
There was some like worry about Hook and Jericho's feud continuing after seeing this match. But Tony said, just trust me, guys. Learn to trust me a little bit here.
Right. And I think he's had a lot of shows and a lot of pay-per-views that actually prove that. Like, just trust what I'm getting ready to do. It's going to make sense. It may not make sense right now, but that's because it's on its early end stages right now.
Yeah. People are yelling about Jericho in the chat. Let's say this. Hook ends up putting Roderick Strong into the Red Room. You know what that spells backwards. And when he does that, down goes Roderick Strong. He taps. But here's my like, what? But I guess they were doing this on purpose to lead things open. I'm 99.8% sure it was done on purpose. Red Rum, down goes Roderick Strong, and then his foot's underneath the rope. Right. Aubrey stepped over his foot. It was like, excuse me, I need that bell rung.
Yeah.
So Hook gets the win for his team, but Roderick Strong puts a beat down with the Undisputed Kingdom afterwards. It looks like they're going to focus on the FTW championship. I kind of want the FTW title to go away. I want Hook to hand this to Taz, and let's wrap this thing up. I need Hook doing something different, going after other titles.
Yeah, holding on to this FTW championship is a waste of time.
For the win.
For the win, it is. But I think for the win is a waste of time. It is a waste of time. Like we're just having matches just to have matches versus having to put out a match or put together a match where it's really good, and then at the end, it's like no, it was amazing. You know what I mean? Like
it's just not a sanctioned belt, so I'm kind of like, okay, they want this championship to do what with it?
Right. It bears no weight with the company right now.
Right. I just, like I said, I would like to see Hook in a more meaningful role.
Right.
I noticed it at All In where I was like, okay, I hope this is the last year he's fighting for this belt, like next year for it. He's been in the same spot. Once was on the pre-show, now he's on the main card for the FTW championship. Right. And I get that that's important to Hook's family. I totally understand that part of it. My issue is Hook could be in the TNT title picture. Hook could be in the tag title picture with someone. You could do something different with Hook. What that is, that's not up to me. I'm not even going to get too deep into it, but I just want to see Hook doing something else just besides being straddled with the FTW championship, and they're going to keep doing that.
Yeah, like let's move on from that and give him something meaningful to do. Not to say that this isn't meaningful, because it can be. Like everybody's idea of meaningful is different. Let's if you're gonna use this title, let's make it mean something. If not, let's just get rid of it.
Yeah, let's make it an officially recognized title. Maybe that would help. Or there's different things you could do, but I just want to see them try something with Hook.
That's it.
We cut backstage to a celebration party with Mercedes Moné, your CEO, and she's backstage. Private Party shows up, Derek, and they're like, you can't have a party without Private Party. Right. They found a way to get in. They take a shot, and then they start making passes at Mercedes. Mm-hmm. They were trying to go in, and then, they kind of disrespected her a little. She wasn't feeling, and then she asked Okada-san, how do you say bye-bye, bitch, in Japanese? And then she says, sayonara, bitch. And Private Party basically got played. That's the best way I could put it. Like, oh, man. Play Private Party. She does have a match coming up at Capital Collision against Momo. If you guys don't know who that is, this is going to be the main event on Friday at the New Japan Collision show. Go check it out. I just posted it on the Everything Pro Wrestling Facebook page, and also in several other places. So make sure you guys are going to check out that New Japan Collision show if you're interested in that. It should be fun.
Enjoy yourself.
Let me see here. I'll get into Mariah May next after some comments here. Let Hook and Jack Perry's TNT title run. Matt, yes. I am with that. Totally with it.
Yeah.
Hub said hello again, guys. I wanted to get both of your opinions. All In was better this year, and already All Out is better this year also. AEW has made some strong adjustments. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. They have come a long way versus where they were.
Give me next year's adjustments, though. I like this better. Like, All In is going to be in July. Yes, I like that. I like that we had. Hold on, I'm just showing you the calendar here. So that's in July of 2025, right? Here's August of 2025. Now Forbidden Door is here. So what's in June? We don't know. Right. February, you're getting a Grand Slam show. Is this Dynamite, or is this going to be considered a pay-per-view now in February? We don't know.
Like
but I feel like it should get like some special presentation.
Oh no, absolutely, it should.
But it might be a Dynamite. What's the 15th? Hold on, we should look this up. Hold on, I might be able to beat you. I got one right here. 15th is Saturday, so that might be a pay-per-view instead.
Okay, I can buy into it being a pay-per-view.
It's in a stadium. I mean, shoot.
True, yeah. I could buy into it being a pay-per-view. Pay-per-view. But if you're going to do that, again, Let's make it meaningful. Let's make it worth something.
I like it. I would love to see an even greater time period in between. So you got All In July, All Out should happen. Like I said, I still think it's September.
Oh yeah.
I'm one for, and I know Ian that may not agree with this fully. I think we should start moving locations around because people are trying to sabotage what you're doing. So we're gonna play Battleship. Guess where I'm going then? Guess what I'm about to do? It's time to change the style on you. That's right. I'm styling on you. oh, you styling on me? Famous freestyle battle for those who don't know. Math and
Dose.
Yes. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I would switch it up when you can. Is there anything wrong with going back to Chicago for All Out? No, not necessarily. But they're gonna start sabotaging it, Derek. What's to stop you from, okay, let's do, they're running the Now Arena. We're going to go to the United Center and do a Labor Day show. You don't want that to happen. So they're going to come and try to infiltrate on your territory. You don't want to make that mistake.
Right. Let's figure it out. Let's lock it down so that does not happen.
Yeah. Tokyo says, I already know who Momo is. Listen, Momo is fan-freaking-tastic. Be sure that if you haven't seen her, check that match out. I wish Private Party would get a tag title push. Okada cracks me up, T-Ferg says. All In had better build, more focus on story, more consistency, a little more telling to go with the breadcrumbs. Grand Slam needs to stay in New York City. LOL. That's all I care about. And like I said, maybe Grand Slam, Dynamite, and Collision will stay in New York City. I just don't know. Like if you're selling that few of tickets, I don't know if they're going to go there again for a while. They may hold off until their product feels hot again.
Yeah, I wouldn't make any unnecessary moves. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah, Double or Nothing should be somewhere else because of Vegas. Absolutely. I say take it to New Jersey. Go to Atlantic City and do it from there, or find somewhere else that has casino theme bases and do it from there.
Right.
You may not have as many people as MGM Grand or whatever, but it doesn't matter. Get away from Vegas because they're going to saturate that market before you can even get there, and then it's going to be pointless.
Oh man, once everything is set, they're off and running. Like, hey, we need that. Let's lock this up. Let's get rid of this. Let's lock this. Let's get rid of this.
Yeah, like I said, they're just messing with you. If Arthur Ashe was selling more tickets, I would have no issue with it. If it's worth it to them and it's not really costing them too much, like this year, then you could keep it there if you wanted to, but
yeah, absolutely.
Who knows? We don't know how close we. I feel the product's getting hotter for AEW.
Absolutely, totally.
I feel like the narrative still aren't there yet, though.
Yeah, but you know what though?
Like you got to have people saying that this is good versus like, oh, this stuff, blah 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 blah. Like I just saw people tonight. I don't get the big deal with Danny Garcia. Like what, bro? They've been telling you for weeks. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, people have to pay attention. And the sooner you pay attention, the sooner you'll understand things are being done. Whether it be in the light or outside of the light, they're being done. And you can't deny the fact that they're being done.
Here's a beautiful shot of the glamour, Mariah May. She has a championship celebration, but she decides, nah, Tony Schiavone, we're not going to do that during her post-match celebration. She said, not in this town. Gets tremendous heat. And I think it was because she said that she would pose nude or something. I don't know. She said something crazy like that, where she was going to do something if she won the championship. And then instead, she gives them a glimpse of her in, can I say negligee? Was it actually lingerie?
I think negligee would be the politically correct term to use. Yeah, I think I could be wrong.
I'm being a little fancy here. She was wearing a nice silk outfit underneath, and she showed off the AEW Women's Championship. It looked great on her, I thought.
Oh, absolutely.
The championship. And I just felt like she did a good job with this here. She got the heat. I'm looking forward to her potential matchups in the future. Yeah. I like that they didn't go right back to Toni Storm. We have not seen Toni Storm since she faded out, like how she was on the mat outside of the arena. So who knows where she's been. But
all over the place.
a well-deserved break never hurts anyone.
Not at all, and that gives you time to meditate and figure out what you need to do with your future endeavors.
Right? Let me see here. All right. AEW in the Showboat. You could do that if you wanted to. Double or Nothing at Ford Field in Detroit. Honestly, I think the casino theme, you could bring the casino theme with you. That's what Double or Nothing is to me. So I wouldn't be mad if they did that. Now, we're talking about football stadiums for all of these shows. I don't know if I would do that, but
that's a stretch if you're talking about doing that. Like, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, be careful with how often you do it. But in the future, Tokyo, you could be right. I don't think that would be a bad thing at all to go to Detroit.
Not at all. Right now it is.
I can see them getting like an all out in the future or something too. Like, especially when it's warm in Detroit. Yeah, why not go there? How long has she been working? Momo, as in the Momo latch, her around a twisted victory from all the old games. You cut it out, Mariah. I'm sorry, I have to say it. Hub said. Y2J says, hi, guys. 1,000 people say hi, Chris, Derek, and Conrad. Admit I was right about the learning tree.
No.
But there's enough people that hate it as well. I heard so many people that are like, no, I'm not feeling this.
No, I can't get behind that, Hubs. Can't get behind it, bro. The learning tree is trash dookie. It is horrible. This gimmick is not done correctly. Like, I don't know, bro. If you wanted this to happen the way that it should have been, we all should have just went the route of the sacrament.
Listen, I don't know.
Look it up if you don't know yet what that is. Like,
intern said it. He repeats a lot of things. Cut it out. Enough of this. Enough of this Jericho foolishness.
The tomfoolery.
Yeah, we'll see. Honestly, at this point, I feel like Big Bill's the one who needs to be elevated from this.
Big Bill is getting a lot of attention, and rightfully so. He's done a lot. He's done a lot where he can garner that attention, and garner, dare I say, a push, somewhat of a push. I don't know how big you would push, or like how big you would go for the push, but I think he deserves somewhat of a push because he is reeling in the fans night by night.
Big Bill or Chris?
Big Bill.
I just wanted you to clarify for the people.
Big Bill.
Pronouns, pal. E says, I guess Arthur Ashe is expensive. New Japan didn't want to split the cost for Forbidden Door, so they ended up in USB on Long Island this year. Yeah. If they used a smaller venue, I wouldn't hate it. But the Ash is a beautiful building the film is showing. It is. It's just, listen, I'm going to keep saying it. Fans got to show up. If they want those shows, you got to show up for them.
Yes. You please go out and show up. That's the only way we're going to get exactly what we want.
Grizzled young veterans had a backstage interaction with the Young Bucks. The Bucks thought they were going to suck up to them after All In, and they showed them back in London, and they were like, nah, I don't really, we don't mess with you either, dog. And they were like, okay. Called them an unfavorable term. And the GYV basically are then shown backstage at the current Dynamite, and they say that they're going to have a match on Rampage. They're going to face the Outrunners, but they didn't know who they were facing. I was okay with that. I saw some people complaining online, and I'm just like, enough, people. Yeah. Maybe they didn't know who they were facing, then they put the graphic up.
Right.
But I guess it bothered some people. But grizzled young veterans are going to be grizzled and tell them to grit their teeth. Them versus FTR should slap. Like, that's going to be Collision main events.
Yes, that's going to be the moment where you just feel like you're in awe. You're in complete awe, and it's something that you knew that was going to be good.
Can I say something bad too? I'm about to say something bad about NXT. I know, sound the alarm. The schism sucked, and Joe Gacy's in a better place. Rock's daughter, Ava's in a better place, and now the grizzled young veterans are in a better place for them. Thank you. This is all you had to do, and instead they were cooking up straight trash. So
yeah,
Schism had to go.
The schism definitely had to go. It just had to go. It wasn't needed. It's not needed.
Right. So just putting it out there. Looking forward to it. Rampage, we get another match announced. A 4-way, Derek, is coming to Rampage. It's going to be Konosuke Takeshita, who got a sweet video package showing what he did in the G1.
Yes.
Takeshita's that boy. Versus the Beast Mortos, Commander, and Leo Rush. That should be fun. Yo, listen. New Japan basically said it. They were like, yo, we will take Konosuke Takeshita from you. He looked like a main eventer. Tony Khan, it's on you, bro.
Yeah, make it happen if you're gonna. You
got to start using Konosuke.
Yeah.
And I don't mean better like you got to belt this dude up. You got to give him something. I don't care if it's him beating Mark Briscoe. He could beat Jack Perry for all I care. He could beat up Will Ospreay. It don't matter to me.
Right.
Konosuke Takeshita needs that championship win, the big one.
He does. He definitely does. And I think it's only fair that he is due for his just due.
He's way overdue for a title shot. I predicted it years ago, and I can't believe I was proven wrong. He should have been won a title. T-Ferg says, I need Takeshita versus Okada. Agreed. BJ said, listen, I pop in and out of NXT, and there's a lot of cringe. They have also mizzed Ethan Page as champion. What does it say when a guy from another company is the most over guy in the last 2 to 3 months? Woo! Woo!
That.
By the way, and here's some free promotion. NXT No Mercy is happening this weekend as well. Just throwing it out there for folks. Issa, I wouldn't hate it if Take signed with New Japan after his contract is up, or they just loan him out over there permanently when he wants to go over to Japan. Let him go work New Japan and be a top dog over there for a few months.
Yeah, it happened.
It wouldn't hurt. Konosuke Takeshita needs to win a title, whether it's ROH or AEW. Facts. And I think soon Matt will be combining those names together.
Yep. Let's get them together.
Now we have the newest signing to All Elite Wrestling, Ricochet.
Ricochet.
He is here. He is in AEW. He has a kind of a little bounce to him.
Yeah,
you can feel he's bouncy, as they say in NXT. He was looking happy though that he's out here.
Yeah, if you missed it at the pay-per-view when he came out, there was so much energy
from him.
Like just and I think during the review I said like he looks like he's free.
Yeah.
Like he looks like he is free from, anything and everything, and he can perform the way that he wants to perform.
He was beefing with some people on Twitter this week. I ain't gonna front. I thought some of the criticism that they were saying on there was stupid too. Like, oh, why'd you go over here? I don't want to watch you anymore. You were my favorite. If I was your favorite, why wouldn't you watch me? And why are you questioning fans, bro? Shut up. Anywho, and I know that's not you guys, but I'm just saying, like, I'm so sick of this crap on both sides.
Right, yeah.
Cut it out. And AEW fans, let WWE fans enjoy WWE. Go watch some TNA. Go watch some MLW or something if you got complaining to do.
Right.
Ricochet, Kyle Fletcher was the match. They started out flying early in this one. Ricochet hit a Meteora from the guardrail on the outside. And then immediately after rolling through, Derek, why was your boy out here delivering crotch chops right in front of the camera? Like, I was like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing right now? I think he just did it because he could.
Oh, yeah.
Fletcher was tremendous in the match. Great brain buster. Don Callis, why are you always on commentary, bro, instead of being out there with your guy? Right. Ricochet actually won. So Ricochet really didn't hit like a 450 or anything for the win. He hit Devon's old saving grace, but in between the legs for a pin, like Goldust's old finisher, the curtain call.
Yeah.
Like he hit that, gets the win, and Don Callis said he's not happy, but
well, yeah, I wouldn't be happy either. But yeah, you just have to accept it.
Don't be greedy, CJ. They already got a bloated roster. Ricochet looks like he's free. Matt Emily's agreeing. I love a fan said to Ricochet, you will be on ROH in 2 months, and he responded, good. I love ROH. Ridiculous. Leave these people alone, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. So after the match, Ricochet looks like he's very tired. I don't know what happened there. Maybe it's just a little ring rust from being gone for that month or two.
Probably.
But Ricochet was breathing heavy, or maybe he was just trying to sell the match. And all of a sudden, out comes Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay looks like he lays down the title. Cut it out there.
Oh, sorry.
And he looks like he's gonna say something, and then Pat comes from out of nowhere and hits a poison rana on the stage. And I wrote down some of what Pat said here. He came out, hits the poison rana on the entrance ramp, and he said, let him know. I had to let him know so you don't forget about me, Will. And he said, Ricochet, welcome to AEW, but you need to get to the back of the line like everyone else.
Get to the back.
And he tells him, this one right here, picks up Ospreay's head and said, this one belongs to me. Wow. I'm looking forward to their big match for All Out. Pat, Will Ospreay. If you have never seen these two work, this is going to be fun. If you've never seen Ricochet and Pac, they've got matches now. They've got fresh matchups for each other, and it's going to be good. That's all I can say, man. Sit, watch, and be amazed. Pac was like, you ain't forgetting me, bruv. Ricochet Fletcher was match of the night. Fletcher is underrated, T-Ferg says. Pac showed why he's one of my favorites in the company. Absolutely. Like I said, I think you could go with this one, or you can go with Paige and Ishii.
Oh, yeah. Either or. At this point in time, I think it would be a preference.
Yeah.
On who you would want to see at that point.
Yeah, there's definitely more story with what was going on with Hangman after the match, but here we got story 2 again.
Right.
Pay attention, people.
And yeah, no. You just have to accept this. This is you have to
the story stuff.
Yeah, you have to.
So we go backstage. Jon Moxley is backstage, and he starts like whooping on some of the workers backstage. Why, I don't know. Marina Shafir also shows up. We just see her back at first, but her hair's kind of puffed out, wild, crazy, looking like a straight up 80s fan at a concert.
Right, yeah.
And she was slamming people. Yo, the second dude she slammed, I heard his ankle hit wherever those the metal rods were. I was like, oh God, I know that hurt, bro. That cell had to stay, though. They were like, just leave it. It's good.
Oh, yeah.
What is Moxley up to? Like people were mentioning, is this an offshoot of the BCC? What's going on?
I don't know. I wish I could put my finger on this.
He says someone might end up at a local medical facility.
Oh, yeah.
Cut it out, pal.
Right.
We don't say hospital here. It's local medical facility. Okay.
Right. I don't know, bro. Like, I like this version of Mox, but I need a little bit more explanation as to why he's doing, or like why he's the way he is right now.
I feel like we've only gotten a little tidbit of what this is going to be. We don't know yet.
Yeah, by far not more than what
is BCC still intact. Danielson didn't mention it. Moxley didn't mention it. But then we've got Pac, Yuta, and Claudio as a trios tag team. Is Pac in BCC? Are you going to offer him a spot? Is Pac taking over the BCC while these guys are gone and out?
I think you offer him a spot, but I think it has to happen with it has to happen where I want this to make sense when I say it. I feel like this has to happen where he is still part of the BCC.
Who's he?
Mox.
Okay.
Sorry, pronouns. I feel like Mox has to be a certain way. Like the group is still intact, but now like Mox is like not like the black sheep, but the black sheep.
See, I'm looking in the chat right now. E says that they've been saying that they've needed a girl. I don't think Mox is with BCC anymore. I want someone to say they went to urgent care, clown. Derek Mox was getting nasty before he left for rehab. Danielson took his spot for a bit and beat up the Dark Order True Besties. I forgot about Marina. They have a loaded women's roster as well. Absolutely, they do. Marina has been training with Mox and the rest of BCC for years. So she's been there. Maybe they could even fragment BCC as well.
They could. I think they can. And honestly, that's not a bad idea. It's not. It's really not. Like I think that's something worth willing to try.
Yeah, and the group worked better with Regal there. We always kind of felt that, but there's that connection to Regal amongst all of them as well.
Yes.
Now that that's not there and they're kind of doing their own thing, what happens here? I'll leave it at that. We'll see.
Yeah.
This is one of those to be continued on the next episode of Everything Pro Wrestling kind of moments. So
the only thing I want to say about it is, ask a question more so. Do you think now that Danielson is on his way out, maybe, but let's just play devil's advocate. He's on his way out, right? Do they get darker? Do they get more ferocious than what they already are? Like if you could bring back Wheeler and how he used to be, and not like they're gonna be crowd favorites, but I mean like I need the attitude back, like business as usual, like William Regal.
Well, look at what E says here. This is interesting. He's responding to Matt Lopez because Matt Lopez said Marina's been due for some good TV time. He said Mox might think the BCC got too cute with the darts and crab walks. Then again, they never were attached at the hip. Danielson's been the face. He's like Sting in the main event Mafia, and the rest of them are heels.
Okay.
Danielson can't leave. Everyone gets jumped in, so they got to stay to get jumped out. Fight back.
Yeah, no, I'm out.
Bryan Danielson. He is here to address his future. About the World Championship. This was the final segment of the night, guys. Here we knew what we were getting.
Right.
He comes out, he talks about the special moment with his daughter, and everyone's like, well, is he about to retire? Danielson gets that look on his face. The classic look of him with the World Championship. By the way, tonight, I felt like he had a new championship belt. I hope someone's paying enough attention besides me. Did it look like Moxley, or excuse me, not Moxley, Danielson, or maybe Swerve had? I'm trying to look at the AEW on the front plate here. The old one had it where it was kind of like ripped up and torn up. Like I have a replica. You guys have seen it. And it looks like that. But this championship looks like it's got the new logo on it. It looks a little cleaner, and they started putting side plates on the belts. I love this. This is the best world championship in wrestling right now, in my opinion.
Oh, by far, bro, by far. Like this belt was done to perfection.
It looks really good. I'm a fan of what they're doing with the world title. But Danielson says that he's not leaving yet. He said that when he loses his championship, that is when he is done being full-time. So congratulations, Danielson played us, which I'm not surprised. But he did mention something about needing neck surgery and such, but last full time. So that means when he comes back, you're going to get him for a specialty match on this card. Right. We're going to do this on this card. That's a good spot for Danielson. And I think he'll do that for as long as he wants, and then he'll be done.
Yeah. Given the medical
diagnosis.
Yes. Medical diagnosis and medical stamp, we'll say.
It's best for his career.
It is. If he plans on continuing, we don't know if he is or if he isn't, but if he is, this is the best way to go to at least get another 5 more years out of it.
Yeah, and I think he'll do just fine with that. And there's plenty of matchups that he can go take on. And maybe he'll be able to freelance in New Japan.
Right.
Maybe he can go do a match here, there, wherever he wants.
Right.
Good for him.
Well, and then on top of that, who who's to say that he has to be in the spotlight? You know what I mean? Like
He's not going to be. He's not like that.
No, I get that, but like let's just play devil's advocate.
I think TK hit him with the "you gonna be world champion" before you leave.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I think like even if he, after he loses the title, let's just say, I think at this point in time, as they're rebuilding, you rebuild the personality of the BCC. You rebuild the character of the BCC.
Maybe you rebuild the image of the BCC. Maybe Mox adopts the old way and what he thinks it should be, and Danielson has his way. Yeah. Well, we're all champions and you're not. You could get into some of that stuff.
You really could.
Danielson says he's got All Out to worry about. There's a match coming up here at All Out, and I was like, bruh, who's he about to face? We're waiting for someone to come out. Bruh, Jack fucking Perry, though. He's on camera. He attacks Danielson. This better not main event. I'm not even kidding. Like, I want you to see how serious I am. Do not let this match main event this show. This was buns. I'm not going to lie. Like, listen, I'm impressed that Jack Perry did his own thing with this title. Him getting that win over Darby and it looked as decisive as it did, I was not feeling that still.
Yeah, no, that was...
Well, apparently they were cut for time and there's a curfew. I'll explain why. It's definitely not wrestling reasons, but... I'll explain why they had to do that. If you guys do a Google search, I'm sure you'll figure it out. But it was for other reasons than that. And the finish here is Jack Perry attacking Danielson and holding up both belts. And I'm just like, nah, this ain't it. I was more intrigued with what was going on with Mox. So this doesn't really give me that hook, as the Pro Wrestling Shoot would say. I'm not hooked in for what we're going to get here for All Out, but this is where we're at with it, man. All Out, Saturday, September 7th. Check it out. It's going to be on PPV. I think we're doing a review for this. It might be me and Rob. I got to double check and see everything, but maybe it's me, Rob, and Derek. I don't know yet, but we'll probably have a review for this. And no, Bash in Berlin is not getting a review, but there's different reasons for that. I have to attend a tournament for a national thing, so
which would be fun
for the intern. Yes,
let's go intern.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to this show, man. I hope they add a couple more. You got a whole nother week still to build this up, get some more intrigue, and add a little more heat to this.
You do.
My scapegoat. No. Jack Perry, WTF. Why wasn't it Nigel? They don't need a month worth of TV. Show a recap of their ROH story and Nigel talking shit on commentary. They probably want that on a bigger scale, though, Matt. I think. Misawa looking down on Danielson like old punk ass. He was already mad. His tag partner retired. You already know he thought Kurt was going to end up taking that Randy the Ram mantle. Chill.
Yeah.
As Orson Welles would say about this Jungle Boy stuff, it doesn't bring the hands together.
It really doesn't.
BJ says it right, man. We got Ospreay, Pac, Hangman Swerve, MJF versus Red Death. That already should make up for the lackluster title match. Agreed. Like I said, I just don't want it in the main event, though, Beach.
Yeah.
I really feel like the main event should go to Swerve and Hangman. I really mean that.
It should.
T-Ferg says, I like Jack Perry's current run. I wish he and Christian renewed their feud or reunite.
Honestly,
Christian, don't forget Christian got a title shot coming to him.
He does.
Someone might catch that unprettier.
That now actually thinking about that and saying it to myself in my head, that is something that I would buy into. I would buy into seeing that. I think that feud would be amplified.
That's true. Listen, guys, leave us your thoughts on the show below. We're going to rate it real quick. Tokyo the Don said, TK's pushing young talent. Jack is young. That's not the point with Jack Perry. Jack Perry upsets me. He disrespected Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn's kids kind of alluded to the behavior that he contributed to, and I believe it. He hangs out with the Bucks. He defended them. What beef did Jack Perry have with CM Punk? What beef for him to say something like that? Why was it the Mean Girls Club? And unfortunately, he was part of it with the Bucks and all of that, and half the company turned against Punk, and people couldn't even be on the same shows. You were part of that. You're being ridiculous. Right. Done. Right. Out. I just don't care. Now, do I think Jack Perry's character is doing much better? Yes, I will give you that. Does he still put on good matches? Yes, I will give you that. My issue is that I just don't feel Jack Perry's ready for the spot, and a lot of this feels forced. Like you're doing this just because of that footage you shown. Like there's a lot of things that are woven into this that I don't agree with, and I'm like, nah, this ain't cool. Yeah, Bucks not defending their titles, nah, this ain't cool.
What? And they've had the belts for how long now? They only defended it once?
Yeah, technically they've had it since Dynasty. What was that, April?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
they had themselves a good run where they didn't
wrestled, but they just weren't defending themselves. Yeah, but that's why the tag division's messed up.
Right. Honestly, like I would if when the time comes and they lose, because they will. We don't know who yet, but they will. I think the tag team division needs to be revamped as soon as they lose it.
I think they should start revamping it now. Like I said, okay. FTR. The problem is FTR and the Acclaimed are probably your top 3 teams with the Bucks, and they all don't have heat. So right now you need do you remember, Derek, this is probably one of our favorite tag matches that we don't talk about. Do you remember when Michael Hayes was with the Hardys in the beginning and they beat the APA? Yes. Jeff, I think, hit the tornado DDT on Bradshaw after Michael Hayes broke the cane over his head. Why do I remember this so vividly? I don't know. But you need a moment like that right now.
You do.
To where the tag titles are going to change hands and be put on someone, and you're like, yo, we're just going with this. Like, we got to switch this up for now. It don't matter if it's the Butcher and Blade, Private Party, whomever. But we're getting too deep into the tag division and such. We could save that for another time here.
We should do a segment about that.
We could.
Tag team division for AEW. And how do we structure it, and how do we
fix it?
Matt
Lopez says, Bryan versus Nigel Danielson hometown would be fun for Wrestle Dream. They could. That's possibly the match, or I could see Bryan and Swerve in a rematch. Christian was wilding at All In. Remember, Gomez thinks you're cooked when you're 40. AEW gets 7 out of 10. EPW 10 out of 10. Jack Perry's trash dookie. Harsh. I got a 7.7 for this show, but a 10 for 10 for EPW. Classic Pizza Hut experience y'all bring. No one outdoes EPW. Thanks, Beach. I love that Christian won that title shoot and took his talents to South Beach. Didn't even Hollywood Rock via satellite Dynamite.
There you go.
Tokyo said they didn't use real glass. They shouldn't have. Jack Perry getting a world title shot in Chicago. I wonder why. Yep. It's petty crap like that annoys me. Blood was drunk from and I don't think they're thinking that way. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and assume they're not, but Blood was drunk a few months ago between Hangman and Swerve. How can they top it this soon? We'll see.
Right.
I think they've got a clever finish in mind for this match. FTR used to defend the titles for fun and have hour-long joints on Collision. New Japan Royal Quest is coming up. FTR is there versus Aussie Open is a banger. It's on New Japan World. Yeah, that's definitely good. Am I thinking something with Mox and the Hurt Syndicate? Could be. Could be. I heard MVP just got his stem cell treatment. He said he was feeling good. He said I could do box jumps. He's back. Jesus giving it a thumbs up. Can't wait to see where the mock stuff goes. Derek, that thumb was mad low, bro.
Sorry.
There you go. That thumb, what you doing with that? They're going to kill Chicago. Well, did too many shows there anyway. They'll be fine.
That's the old Jaywalker. Or not Jaywalker. What's it called? Hitchhiker. That's the old hitchhiker thumb.
You might end up with that thumb doing something else. Ricochet versus Pac versus Ospreay. 3-way needs to happen. I could definitely see that happening maybe at a big show next year. Like Double or Nothing or something. That's definitely that could even be a world title match when one of them becomes the world champion.
Dude, I think if that happens, we
Get out the way. Get ready for a main event.
Yeah.
And by the way, I mentioned this too with Danielson real quick. One last comment on him. We're going to end the show with Danielson. I'm going to just say this. Bryan Danielson took the match of the night away from Will Ospreay, who delivered a freaking heck of a match with MJF.
Yeah.
And it wasn't by much, but Danielson found a way to be like, nah, I can still do this too. One of the best wrestlers of all time. One of my all-time favorites, Bryan Danielson. If you ever ask me like, yo, see, who were your top like old school people in Ring of Honor? Danielson, Samoa Joe, CM Punk. I loved all three of them. They always freaking deliver. And if I had a fourth, it was probably Nigel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, dude, these guys were those boys back then, man, and they crushed it. I'm happy for Danielson. Good for him. I'm looking forward to it. We got All Out coming up. So good, man. Matt Cardona's back in 4 months after stem cells from a torn pec. I'm telling you, America, we might need to look at this and see what's up. At least study it,
dude. I think stem cell research really has a lot behind it, and I really think it can be beneficial. And I agree. I think it's something that we may need to look into.
Derek is not a scientist at all. We here at EPW recommend you seek a doctor's notice before you do anything involving this.
Please do. I'm not a doctor, not a nurse.
And please travel if you're going to another country with a passport.
Yeah.
All right. None of them rogue doctors out in these streets.
Travel with friends.
Absolutely. Guys, for myself, the man they call Derek. Derek, what are you giving the show tonight on the way out?
I'll give it like 7.5.
Okay, I'll go with what BJ said. I'll go 7.7 for tonight. I thought it was fine. We'll be back next week. Dynamite review, Clash of the Podcast this Monday. Hub's channel tomorrow. I believe it's going to be at 9:05. I better see all of you in there who can make it. Subscribe. TNA might be losing me soon, so my Thursdays might be opening up a little bit more for doing other people's shows. Maybe I can pop on here and talk some video game stuff or play some video games again. But we're definitely going to be seeing what happens, but I don't think I'm paying for TNA. I'm not giving them $10 a month for TNA Plus, with all due respect. Just can't afford that. $1 a month was cool. That was almost like the entire year, but now you want 10 a month. We ain't doing that.
Yeah.
With that being said, thank you guys so much. Hit the like button on the way out. For me, the man they call Derek, we are out for this episode of this Dynamite review on everything pro wrestling. Thank you all so much for joining us. 1.